Here are 5 ways Plato helps you get your mind right before you try to find your other half. Because if you feel like something's missing in your life, like if you could just find the right person, everything would finally click, that feeling isn't random. There's actually a pattern behind it. I'm a former Army linguist and analyst and an English teacher. I break down communication patterns from the world's most powerful stories. So you know exactly what to say and how to connect in real life. And as a person living in this world, I've seen the same beliefs show up in guys who struggle socially in dating and even in how they carry themselves in conversations. This idea that you are incomplete on your own. And that exact pattern, it goes all the way back to Plato. I'm going to break down where that belief comes from, why it quietly sabotages your confidence and your communication, and how to fix it so you show up as someone people actually connect with. First, let me give you some quick context who Plato was. Plato was a Greek philosopher who lived around 428 to 348 BC. He was a student of Socrates, the guy who asked so many questions they literally killed him for it. After Socrates died, Plato spent his life writing dialogues, basically stories where characters sit around and argue about the biggest questions in life: love, justice, what it means to be a good man, what it means to have a healthy mind. Here's what makes Plato different from most philosophers that you've heard of. He didn't just lecture, he told stories, he created characters. He put real people into rooms together and let them hash it out. And the stuff those characters figured out, it's still hitting hard in 2026. 2 of his most important works are the Symposium, which is basically a dinner party where everyone gives a speech about love, and the Republic, where he breaks down how the human soul actually works. He also wrote a lesser-known dialogue called Charmides, where Socrates meets a young man with headaches and tells him you can't fix the body until you fix the soul. That's where we're going today. 5 ways Plato's characters can help you get your mind right so you stop looking for someone else to complete you and start showing up as a whole person. Way number 1, stop looking for your other half. You are already whole. In the Symposium, there is a character named Aristophanes. He's actually a real person, a famous comedian in ancient Athens, and at this dinner party, when it's his turn to give a speech about love, he doesn't give some dry philosophical lecture. He tells a myth. He says that humans were originally these powerful, round creatures with 4 arms, 4 legs, and 2 faces. They were so strong that the gods got scared, so Zeus, king of the gods, cut every human in half like splitting an apple, and ever since, each half has been wandering the earth desperate to find the other half. That longing, that ache to reconnect, Aristophanes says that's what we call love. Now, here's the thing, that story is beautiful and it's also dangerous, because if you buy into it, you believe you're literally half a person without a partner, then you're building your entire mental health on whether or not somebody shows up to complete you. And what if they don't? What if they leave? Then you're not just lonely, you're broken, you're incomplete, you're less than whole. But here's what Plato actually believed and what the other speakers at the dinner party push back on you. You were never half of anything. You are a whole person right now as you are. So this is the fix for you. Stop treating relationships like a rescue mission. Before you go looking for someone to complete you, sit with this question. What would it look like if I were already enough? Write that down. Put that where you can see it. Because the moment you stop looking for your other half, you start building something real, yourself. Way number 2, get your inner chariot under control. In another dialogue called Phaedrus, Plato, through the character of Socrates, paints this incredible picture of the human soul. He says your psyche is like a chariot. There is a charioteer, and he's driving 2 horses. One horse is white, noble, disciplined. That's your spirit, the part of you that wants to be honorable, that wants to do the right thing, that gets fired up about purpose and meaning. The other horse is dark, wild, and stubborn. That's your appetite, the part of you that wants pleasure, comfort, distraction. The scrolling at 2 a.m., the third drink, the shortcuts. And the charioteer, that's your reason. your ability to think clearly and steer. Here's the problem most guys like you face. You've got a strong dark horse, maybe the strongest horse in the stable, and your charioteer, your ability to think clearly and make good decisions, has been asleep at the reins. Not because you are weak, because nobody taught you how to drive. Plato's whole point is that mental health isn't about killing the dark horse. You need that energy. You need drive and desire, but you need your reason in charge. You need to grab those reins. The fix for you: pick one area of your life where the dark horse is running the show. Just one. Maybe it's your phone. Maybe it's how you eat. Maybe it's who you are texting at midnight. Now make one small decision today where the charioteer takes the reins. One decision. That's a rep. You do reps in the gym. Start doing reps with your mind. Way number 3, heal your soul before you heal your body. In one of Plato's earlier dialogues, the Charmides, Socrates runs into a young man named Charmides. Good-looking kid, popular, comes from a powerful family, but he's got these headaches that won't go away. Socrates tells him he knows a cure, but there's a catch. He says he learned it from a physician in Thrace, a foreign doctor who said something the Greeks had been getting wrong. You can't just treat the head. You can't just treat the body. You have to treat the soul first, because the soul is where everything starts. And how do you treat the soul? The physicians answer with beautiful words, with conversation, with honest self-examination. Think about that. A philosopher 2,400 years ago looked at a guy with a headache and said, your real problem isn't in your head, it's in your soul, and the medicine is honest conversation. How many guys do you know? How many times have you been this guy where you've got tension in your shoulders, you can't sleep, your stomach's a mess, and you keep treating symptoms? You take something, you numb something, you distract yourself, but you never sit down and say, what's actually going on inside of me? The fix for you: have one honest conversation this week with a friend, a counselor, a mentor, anyone you trust. Not about the weather, not about sports, but about what's actually going on. Socrates said, the soul gets healed with beautiful words. That doesn't mean fancy words. It means real ones. Start talking. Way number 4, get out of your cave. This is probably the most famous story Plato ever told. It's in the Republic, and the character of Socrates tells it to Plato's brother, Glaucon. Imagine a group of men who've been chained inside a cave their entire lives. They can't move their heads. They can only see the wall in front of them. Behind them, there's a fire, and people walk back and forth carrying objects that cast shadows on the wall. Those shadows are the only reality these men have ever known. They think these shadows are real. They debate the shadows. They build their whole understanding of the world around these shadows. Then one day, one of the prisoners breaks free. He turns around, he sees the fire, he stumbles off and out of the cave and into sunlight. At first it's blinding, it physically hurts, but slowly his eyes adjust and he sees the world for what it really is: trees, skies, the sun itself. You know what that cave is? It's your phone, it's your apartment with the blinds drawn. It's the Reddit thread at 3 a.m. It's the algorithm feeding you shadows and calling it reality. And the chains, they're not physical. They're the comfort of not having to look up. The prisoner who breaks free, Plato says it hurts. It's painful and disorienting to see the world as it really is. But here's the part that matters. Once he sees the truth, he doesn't want to go back, and he feels compassion for the guys still in the cave. That's you, or it could be the guy who breaks free and then turns around to help someone else see the light. This is the fix for you. Unplug for 1 hour today. Not to be productive, not to meditate, just to look up. Go outside, watch people, notice the world that's happening while you've been staring at shadows. Plato says the first step out of the cave hurts. That discomfort you feel when you put the phone down, that's not a sign something's wrong. That's a sign that you are waking up. Way number 5, balance is the whole game. In the Republic, Plato lays out what he thinks a healthy soul actually looks like. Remember the chariot from way number 2? He goes deeper here. He says the psyche has three parts: reason, spirit, and appetite, and that a good life, a just life, a mentally healthy life is one where all three parts are doing their job and none of them is trying to do someone else's job. He calls it justice, not justice like a courtroom, justice inside you. When your reason is leading, your spirit is backing it up with courage and drive, and your appetite is in check, not destroyed, not starved, just in check, that's when you're whole. That's when your psyche is balanced. That is mental health. And when it's out of balance, when your appetite is running the show and your reason is asleep, Plato says that's the definition of injustice inside a person. That's the soul of a man who's at war with himself. You don't need to be perfect. Plato wasn't asking for perfection. He was asking for balance. He was asking you to notice when one part of you is drowning out the other, to pay attention, to keep adjusting. The fix for you: do a quick soul audit. Ask yourself 3 questions. 1, what is my reason telling me I should be doing right now? 2, what does my spirit, my sense of honor and purpose, want for my life? 3, what is my appetite pulling me toward? Now look at where those 3 answers line up and where they don't. That gap, that's where your work is. That's where you start. Not tomorrow, today. Here is what Plato knew 2,400 years ago that you're still trying to figure out. You don't need somebody else to make you whole. You don't need a soulmate to fix what's broken inside. What you need is to grab the reins of your own mind, treat your soul with honest words, step out of whatever cave you've been sitting in, and find the balance that is already inside of you. You are not half of anything. You never were. Now show up, do the reps, and keep going. I will see you in the next one.